Do you want your child to be learning outdoors, to be out in nature, outside of the classroom? Are you looking for innovative schools to empower your child? Hey guys, David here from educationoptionsexpo.org. I want to introduce you to Connie Giffin. She is going to be one of our speakers here at the Expo on March 25th, and she has traveled to over 18 countries, visiting over 50 different sites, doing research, interviewing founders, and she has narrowed down just one of the findings is that there's 6 essences to world-changing schools. And she's going to share that in this little clip from our interview. But if you want to meet her live and come see what she's up to, come see us on March 25th in San Jose. And she has a tremendous online learning platform which helps students and families get reconnected to nature. So she's going to talk about that as well. So a really inspiring speaker and just a phenomenal thinker and documenter on this topic. See you there.
So I traveled to 18 countries on 3 continents and contacted a number more areas by Skype and internet. Probably visited at least 50 different locations, and that would include educators, homeschool parents, different kinds of organizations that have education to solve some of the global problems, but quite a variety of people. For the research I did, I earned my master's degree at Prescott College, and I did limit that to 15 of the most innovative models that I located. Now, if you were to ask me today as a parent what I would recommend after all this research and looking around the world as to how to select an alternative holistic school for, say, my great-grandson, who's just now entering formal education, I would probably share with you the 6 things that I learned that I feel are the most important from my research. What I looked for was the underlying essence, I call them, are the heart of holistic education. What underlies that framework? And from all the people I talked to in the organizations, I came up with 6 groupings of essences. So if I were looking for a school or recommending one, I would look for these characteristics, if you will, in a school. First, I would look for a school that was based on some ancient wisdom, understood consciousness, and perhaps even taught it somewhere in its makeup, and certainly a school that's very involved with keeping peace and teaching peace techniques. I would also look for a school that addresses cultures and has a real appreciation for them, and a school that's very strong in the arts, a very essential element for our children's development. Also essential would be the biophilic connection, our natural connection to nature, which many of our children and adults have lost, and that's often considered the reason that humanity's on the wrong path. Along with that, I would look for a school that has a biophilic design built environment. In other words, that the outdoors kind of comes inside the school itself, and that they have a lot of outdoor area to use for a classroom. The one thing I think is overlooked, and I found to be true in all of the cases of the innovative models I looked at, is that they address emerging industries. I think it's sad to see our children go through a whole formal education and come out with a degree in something that doesn't exist. So emerging industries needs to be addressed in the curriculum. The 5th thing I discovered was the involvement of parents, the degree of involvement of parents, that teachers have some autonomy, and the role that administrators play. So I would look carefully at those 3. The more the parent is involved, because you are the #1 role model for your child, the more likely your child is going to succeed. Teachers also play the secondary role as a model, and unless they are given some autonomy and they just have to follow a set schedule, they're not really creative with the children, and the children don't benefit as much. Administrators, of course, set the overall tone of things, so it's very important to look at the role and what they're doing. And the last one is one you're probably familiar with if you've looked at all at holistic education, but it needs to be deepened, and that's the humanistic and spiritual aspects of an education. Spirituality, not religious dogma, but true spirituality, connection to nature, needs to be a great part of what you're looking for your child. If you find a school that embraces those 6 categories, based on the research that I did, which was a limited sampling around the globe, I think you're probably going to find a school that can really help you develop your child to his fullest potential. And I would assume that's what a parent would be looking for.
Have you ever heard of unschooling?
Unschooling? No, I don't think I've heard about that.
It's something you should really check out, or maybe even private school.
Where do you learn about this stuff?
I learned about this at the Education Options Expo. It's a really fun, great event where we as parents can learn about the options for our children's educational success.
Sounds great. When and where is this expo?
Saturday, March 25th in San Jose. Doors open at 9 a.m. Come discover the exciting possibilities for your child's education in 2017 and beyond. The Education Options Expo is just the place to find answers to your questions. Are you curious about homeschooling? Would you like to learn about apprenticeships? How about self-directed learning? Is your child interested in rap or other kinds of music? Does your child want to become a leader and create safer neighborhoods? How can students become independent journalists? What is Acton Academy? What is a holistic school? How do you transition from public schooling into homeschooling? These topics and many more will be discussed on March 25th in San Jose. Get your early bird tickets and save now. Plus, there's free parking and free childcare with every ticket. Reserve your seat now and come discover the future of education today.
Hey, I just registered for the expo. Super excited. Yeah, I'll see you there.